Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey, everybody out there, this is Jackie Bros.
Folks, people, this is Daddy Dunlap, the man, the Dirtlap, the Dirt Nap, the favorite cousin.
Favorite cousin?
You know how old-time radio DJs used to say, and now here's Lenny and the Squigtones, your favorite cousin.
What?
Is that how they used to do it?
Your favorite cousin?
Well, folks, you've just been listening to some grand old opera, but hang on tight, because here comes the grand old Opry. Let her go, your favorite cousin.
I remember Wolfman Jack, too. It's way back 50s.
Remember Aflac?
Oh, what's that?
The duck?
Oh, yeah. I remember him, yeah. He's still on.
You remember High C commercial? Like, High C, it tastes so wonderfully. Or to me, it tastes so wonderful.
I don't know if I remember that. I remember the drink, but I don't remember the commercial for it. Kool-Aid Man's what I remember.
Oh, what'd he do?
Just, there's black, most of them bust through a wall, come in.
That's what most of them do?
Well, they do something or other. I don't know if they all go through the wall, but he'd come through the wall if somebody's thirsty.
Did Hawaiian Punch want to get punched, or did he want to punch?
Didn't he get punched? I can't remember.
Was it a trick? Like, I'm going to punch you, and then it's like, shit, I got punched. I'm thirsty. Hey, Kool-Aid Man. He come through the wall, punch him. They don't get along. They're rivals.
Oh, I see. That's two different products there. Yeah.
But Hawaiian Punch come in a can, and Kool-Aid come in a powder.
It's still, a color to drink, and it's for children, so either,
Well, I like them both now.
I don't mind either one of them, but I don't ever get a taste for it. I need some Kool-Aid right now. I need that. I need some High C. I never feel it that way,
Kool-Aid is not a drink for people wanting it right. Like, I got to have me a Kool-Aid. That's something like got some caffeine in it. Kool-Aid ain't got no caffeine.
No.
It's for children. It protects them.
Yep.
It fortifies them during the summers and vacation Bible schools.
Yeah, High C, too.
High C as well. I'm going to be honest. High C might not exist anymore, and I have no idea.
No, it does. It still does. I get every now and then I go in go through the drive-through.
Oh, and you get you a High C?
They'll give you a grape one.
Oh, because you got to have one.
Well, I like it every now and then. I don't get it every time.
You're addicted to High C, and you could care less about Kool-Aid. Well, that's like, I got friends that are addicted to different drugs, and they could care less about other ones.
It ain't about drugs. I just like it. Sometimes I don't want a Coca-Cola.
Hypocrite, sure.
And I get a High C instead. It ain't, a
right.
major preference or anything. It's not like, give me some High C. It's just, I'll have a little High C with that hamburger instead of Coke.
Keep dope illegal, but let me have my drink every night.
What?
I gotta have my back pain pills, but you can't have marijuana. I get it, hypocrite.
Oh, shut the hell up.
What about Hawaiian Punch, though? They don't make that anymore, do they?
Probably not.
Didn't you have to get a can opener? Like it was fucking tomato juice?
Watch your mouth. What do you have to talk about that way? You come in a can, yeah.
What kid is gonna...
High C come in a can, too. Everything come in a can.
But you had to get like a triangle... Like you were a goddamn pioneer.
I know how to open a tomato juice or any kind of juice, a High C, whatever you want to call it, out of a can.
Laura Ingalls Wilder getting that triangle can opener and drinking out of a triangle, pouring it into a glass.
What?
A tin cup like you're at the well.
Oh, hell.
And a cougar's about to attack. Like, I will make the Kool-Aid. And then the Kool-Aid, you got to make it. You got to put sugar in it?
I know what Kool-Aid is. You don't have to tell me. I know how to make it. You
Jackie,
powder. What do you add water to
Am
it?
I misremembering this? Was there a drink that was popular that you had to put the sugar in it yourself like you were a manufacturing plant?
Oh, yeah.
You had to put in a powder, water, and sugar?
You had to add the
Why
sugar
would
to
you-
it.
3 steps?
You want it to be sweet? Yeah.
No wonder Kool-Aid Man kept busting through walls. He was frustrated by all the time he lost preparing himself.
Yeah, make sure we got some Kool-Aid, man. Did you bring a bag of sugar? That's what you were supposed to do.
That's the worst get-together ever. So every drink in the 70s or early 80s was terrible. You had to make it and add a third thing, or you had to, jab at it with a sword to get it open, or whatever high C was. Terrible. I don't know how we survived. How are we not speaking Russian right now?
Why?
Well,
What are you talking about?
we're not yet, but soon might be the day.
Well, what do you want to talk about on this one we're doing now? Is there anything good to talk about? I mean, I like to talk about high C and Kool-Aid and drinks of the past, Hawaiian Punch. But maybe we should talk about something else. I don't know, though, if you got any, I don't know if you got any ideas or anything to talk about.
I can't think of anything to talk about. I do remember that in school I had a friend named Kool-Aid and I had a friend named High C. High C was high all the time.
Well, nicknames, right?
Yeah, Kool-Aid was cool as fuck.
All right, don't.
But I didn't
have to
have
say
a
it
friend
over and
named
over again.
Hawaiian Punch because that's racist.
Hawaiian Punch racist?
And we knew better. Even back then. People always know better if they think about it for a second. Nobody wants to take the time to do that, though.
I reckon not.
Nobody wants to take the time to put the sugar in the Kool-Aid.
Well, that's what you had to do if you wanted it back in.
All right, I get it, Grandpa.
Why? You asked me about old drinks, and I told you about them. I don't know what you made
Tell
me
me
for.
about
I
some
didn't
more
make
old
anyone.
drinks.
What do you mean some more
Can
old
you
drinks?
still get Country Time lemonade in a can?
I ain't seen it in a can in a long time. Yeah, I remember.
Who
first
would
time
drink
lemonade.
that?
A hot day, I'd have one. No.
But you're a crippled old man.
All right, shut your mouth.
Who besides you would get Country Time lemonade in a can?
People bought it. They put it out one time or another. Somebody drank it that way.
Orville Redenbacher was a popular character at one point. Also,
That's popcorn.
I'm pretty sure we've talked about other popular characters who wore bow ties. I'm almost positive there's 2 or 3 other episodes of this podcast where we talked about all the famous bow tie people.
Wouldn't surprise me.
We don't need to go down that road again. I'm just saying we need to start talking about Trump and what he's doing in this country, unless you've got some more old drinks you'd like to mention.
I never had any. You one started that. You won't talk, but you asked me a question. I answered it for you. I still like high C, and you can get it at the drive-thru.
I like a Fresca.
What's the difference between that and Sprite?
What the are you an idiot?
No. I ain't an idiot. You're the damn idiot.
Sprite is lemon.
What is Fresca then?
Grapefruit.
Why?
It's like a spark, kind of like a squirt, but with no, it's diet squirt.
Yeah. Squirt.
Kick. You remember Kick?
Remember Kick, yeah.
It'd just be a better podcast, just me naming old drinks. The Old Drink Podcast.
Well, maybe a change of pace. Maybe see if people will try it on this one and see if people like it better. They let us know how if you go rates and reviews, iTunes or
If
whatever.
y'all would rather switch from the news to just talking about old drinks, we'd be happy to do it. Old Drink.
That's a
is the
good
of the
name, yeah.
podcast.
Old drinks.
Old Drink. Did you know that Lyndon Baines Johnson had a Fresca hose in his office?
What?
That's true. He had a Fresca hose, had a couple of hoses, and one of them Fresca come out of.
I don't.
The other just more LBJ.
It didn't look like he would enjoy a Fresca.
He
to me,
loved
but-
Fresca. That's the truth. And if the hose was out, he made his longtime secretary bring it to him in a dipping gourd.
What?
The 60s.
I don't like you talking about LBJ and hoses.
He did.
Well, that's what point I'm making. I don't want to hear it again.
I got a point I'd like to make. This country is fucked.
Hey.
You'll have to forgive us 10 minutes of talking about old drinks because when you look, it's not just us saying it. We've been hating on Donald Trump since he rode that escalator down and said Mexicans were rapists. And we thought, what if it weren't for the racism, which even back then we could laugh at that. In our privilege.
The racism was, it was our privilege. We thought of how stupid he is to say that and that's funny and all this. But then when he starts implementing things to hurt people of color, then it's not funny anymore. It wasn't funny when that's what I'm saying. You realize it ain't funny.
We were wrong about was it's funny when an incompetent, impotent idiot is racist. The thing is, them idiots may not stay incompetent and impotent the whole time. Yeah. Or they might, but they still might get elected president.
That's what happened. Everything else ain't the same. Yeah.
So we thought him being racist was him shooting himself in the damn foot. We thought, well, that's over. That was fast. And instead of shooting him in the foot, it was like a starter pistol. But he didn't run. He just...
Well, no, he couldn't run.
Waddled through life.
Well, he just got more and more racist as it went along. That's what, I guess that's what people like nowadays, evidently.
And so it ain't just us saying this. It ain't just us saying this. We've been saying it since day one. We've been saying Donald Trump is the ultimate Yankee. We begged our Southern brothers and sisters not to vote for him. Yep. We begged, but it did no good.
Nope.
And then we thought, I almost feel sorry for some of the people that work for him, which you shouldn't because they work for him. They made some choices.
They decided to do that. Yeah, I don't feel bad for them at all.
What must that job be like? Well, now we know. And even some of the people who work for him, according to Bob Woodward or anonymous op-eds in the New York Times, think he's as incompetent and impotent and impossible to work with and hard to look at and tough to be in the same room with as we do.
None of this surprises me, by the way. And all this stuff, can you believe this? Can you? No, yeah. I believe every bit of it. Of course, that's what's going on. What I can't believe is that this has been going on pretty much since he set foot in there. We all know that just by what he's done, let alone what they're saying he did behind the scenes. We know, actually can see what he says and does in front of us every day. That's bad enough. Shouldn't need these people telling me all these stories.
Was he going to get behind the close the door and suddenly he's like running a corporation like a genius?
Hell no.
He's not going to be a genius behind closed doors. Nobody's a genius behind closed doors. People are, if you're a genius, you spray it out into the world. You don't hide it. Don't hide your light under a bushel. You know who does? Idiots hide their lights under a bushel because they ain't got no lights. If you're a genius, you're like, oh, shit, I can get rid of this fucking bushel.
All right.
I'm smart. Trump's all bushel, no light.
Well, yeah. What I was saying, what's outrageous to me is it's been going on all this time and nobody done a damn thing. And I'm sorry, whoever this anonymous person is, if you putting this out in the New York Times to assure Americans, to let them know that you're on the case and you try to calm their nerves, you did not succeed.
No, everybody's just like, why didn't you?
Why the hell y'all didn't get him the hell out? If that's the case, don't write to the damn newspaper. Do something about it, especially if you're in a position to do something. Like every damn Republican in Congress and every damn Republican in the Senate, all of them. Every damn one of them.
And it's not that hard to do something. Seriously, you could say, hey, do you hear somebody? Hey, go jingle them bells. And somebody goes out in the courtyard and jingles the bells and go, Mr. President, the presidential ice cream man is here. Hey, what? The White House ice cream man's outside. It's loaded with fudgesicles and Eskimo pies. Oh, Eskimo pies is my favorite because I think it's racist when I say it. He runs outside, fast as anybody's ever seen him move. He leaps from his bed, from his tweeting bed. Outside, just lock the door. Who's going to let him in?
Let him wander around out in the yard there for a while. See how long that lasts. That's fine with me.
Stephen Miller might let him.
Well, yeah, he would. You got to send him out, too.
So the anonymous person from the Trump administration says that they've been working to frustrate Trump's agenda and his worst inclinations. What does he have? Best inclinations? What's his best inclination? Fucking a porn star?
Hey,
it's the only thing I identify with him with, and I can't even enjoy that.
No. Him having sex with anybody, porn star, porn, anybody. It don't matter who it is. There ain't nothing good about that.
Now I hate sex. Now I hate porn.
Yep.
Thanks a lot. Here's a couple of quotes. Given the instability many witnessed, there were early whispers within the cabinet of invoking the 25th Amendment.
Yep.
Which would start a complex process for removing the president.
Complex. How is it? Is it more complex than going to the New York Times? Is it more complex than what? I don't. Complex. You know, you took on a job representing this country, working for, granted, for the worst president ever known to man, and it's too complex for you. Well, I guess that makes sense.
And they don't want to start. They said they don't want to do a constitutional crisis.
No, we don't want to do that. We just want to keep a country and national security in constant jeopardy. We'd prefer that. Don't want a constitutional crisis. We'll get through this. Keep your head down. We got it. Don't worry about nothing. He's an idiot.
This will come to an end one way or another. What did he say? Something like that? He. Could have been a she. Could have been a she.
Don't know who it is.
Maybe it was that woman sitting behind Brett Kavanaugh doing the white power sign. Maybe was it her?
Why?
Does she really work for... I can't believe nothing on Twitter anymore. Like, nobody believes anything anymore. What was going on? Did we figure out that we didn't go to the moon? Is that why everybody was following astronauts on Twitter?
Hell, I don't know.
Does the moon exist? Is the moon not real? What did I miss? I don't know what's happening anymore. It's probably a guy. It sounds like a guy.
Yeah.
It's like, well, this is very important, but I have to remain anonymous. But I'm going to write about what I'm doing, even though I'm not really doing anything.
That's somebody covering their own rear end. If they cared about this country, they'd do something about it and send us something to the New York Times. Now, granted, I guess I got to be a little appreciative because at least somebody's speaking up because there's been tons of, we know revolving doors how many people's come out of that White House, and the only one that stood up and said what's awful's going inside is a reality TV show star. Everybody else keeps their head down, keeps their mouth shut.
That's a very old business practice. CYA, cover your ass when you wind up working for a president of the United States of America who puts national security at risk, endangering the entire globe. CYA with an anonymous letter to the New York Times.
Pitiful.
If I were working for Donald Trump and things were as bad as described in the damn New York Times letter and the damn Bob Woodward book, I would literally be covering my ass with about 1,000 feet of ground between me and the surface, because how has he not blown all this shit up yet?
I don't know. That's what they're saying. That's what they're trying to assure people. They're like, the reason that, the reason things are running because of us. Because if it weren't for us and it was just this dumbass, excuse my language, president dumbass, and you in trouble.
Gary Cohen is hiding letters from his desk, bills, taking papers, documents, just taking it away from his desk so he'll forget about it. This is basically Harvey Korman and Mel Brooks in Blazing Saddles. And Harvey Korman wasn't that smart, and he was still a bad guy.
He's bad, yeah.
And somebody must have said that before, that he's basically Mel Brooks in Blazing Saddles. With the ping pong paddle.
I remember, I seen it. It's been a long time, but I remember it,
Crazytown.
Yep.
Jackie, that's what, who said that? Kelly? Kelly called it Crazytown, said it was the worst job he ever had?
Worst job he ever had.
What other jobs has he had, just out of curiosity? Did he ever work down at the mall? Did he burn trash on a construction site? Or did
he's in the military.
So those jobs are pretty much just order other people around? Did he start off, pretty much just started off ordering people around?
I think he worked his way up to it. I don't think he just started off that way. It don't work like that.
But he hadn't really done anything either. As far as I can tell, other reports I've read just have him hanging out in his office all day.
Well, guess what? Everybody working in the White House, anonymous or not, if it's the worst job you ever had, you also got to keep in mind probably the last job you ever going to have. Because the worse it gets and the more it comes out, ain't nobody going to have nothing to do with any reputable firm or organization that could use services that you may be able to provide. They're going to get it from somebody else. As sure as hell ain't going to get it from you.
That's true.
You're done.
Except for Fox News.
Well, Fox News will still be there, so yeah, you can go on Hannity and say, I can't believe what happened. I just, whatever the hell you want to say, but that's it. I don't think that pays too good.
When do you think Hannity's going to turn on Trump? Is there going to be a night when I told him the whole time I was trying to... Hannity and my Rudy are kind of the same.
Hannity will, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say Hannity will turn against him before Lou Dobbs.
Again, and I said this last week, but as soon as Lou Dobbs drops dead, all they got to do is put a basket of flowers on his chest and wheel him into the viewing room at the funeral home because he is made up and ready to go.
Yep.
And probably embalmed.
Well, yeah, that's what you need, yeah.
I don't know what's left of his insides, but I would imagine what's supposed to be wet is dry, and what's supposed to be moving is standing stock still.
Yeah.
That's what's inside of Lou Dobbs.
Evidently.
Yeah, Hannity at least is smart. I don't know what Lou Dobbs' problem is. Hey, why he fell so hard for Donald Trump.
He loves him. I mean, there's something going on there.
Wait, I said Hannity was smart. Let me back up. Well, Hannity will abandon the Trump ship if it starts to be bad for his ratings.
He's smart enough to do that. Yeah, that's about it.
He's smart enough to CYA. Imagine, what do you think Hannity's ass looks like?
Oh, why wouldn't anybody think about that?
Because I can't even picture it.
I don't want to picture it. Why would you try?
Because his body is he just like all square? Like, where would his ass fit?
I don't know. I don't want to know. Talk about Hannity's ass. What the hell wrong with you?
I can't even picture what it would...
I don't want to picture it. Nobody does. Why do you say things like that?
Well, it just popped in my head.
I don't keep your mouth shut when stuff like that pops in your head. That's doing if it's anybody's ass, you need to be thinking about. Keep it to yourself. I don't want to know the first thing about it.
It doesn't even seem like it seems like he's all ass.
Hell, just enough.
Lawyers didn't want him to testify in the Woodward book. Said, we've said all these things. None of these things are revelations. That Trump's lawyers are scared for him to testify because he's a liar and he's too stupid. That's not new. Everybody in America, even Trump's fans, know that he cannot testify because he's too fucking stupid and he'll lie his ass off.
I have to say it that way, but yeah.
I don't think I'd put together the fact that the lawyers were scared that it was a security risk that our adversaries, our foreign adversaries, several of whom are really good friends with Trump, will see how stupid he is, literally, that he cannot keep himself from going to jail when he's had all the resources of the United States of America at his disposal to prepare him. That our foreign adversaries would be, okay, well, let's just invade.
That's the thing, you see, they talk about how dangerous this is. We think about us here in the States dealing with it, and yeah, we're idiots, we elected him, and then this and that, and what do people think of him? Some people like him, don't. The whole world's reading Bob Woodward. The whole world's reading the New York Times, this fella here. That's what's going through the head, you damn right that's what's going through the head.
And let me tell you something, if there's other countries out in the world, and they start saying America as a risk because the president is too stupid to be entrusted with all the nuclear weapons. Is it true that I either heard this or I read this, that nobody has to sign off?
I think he's got the codes to it.
He just wakes up and nukes somebody, right? He can do that.
It's within the realm of possibility because he's a president. Now, hopefully, whoever, you know what? I didn't speak too highly of him by putting out an anonymous thing in the New York Times, but if you tackle him and get him to the ground hard, if he goes for the nuclear code, to take all that back.
Who do you think wrote this anonymous letter?
Well, everybody's speculating this, speculating that. I don't. It's either Mattis, Pence, or Kelly, probably. Some people say it's Pence because of the wordage in it, but I don't. Is Pence around? I don't see him. I mean, he shows up, sits at the table every now and then besides him, but is he even involved in any of this stuff? I mean, Kelly has to be there, I think, as much as he doesn't want to be. He has to be there, and Mattis is around for some of this stuff that they're talking about. But I don't know if Pence you know what I mean? I don't know if he's around.
Why? How did Pence get important enough to write a whistleblowing anonymous letter to the editor? Like, Joe Biden was out in a parking garage checking out everybody's rims. I mean, how did Pence, when Donald Trump doesn't even like Pence?
Well, that's,
I think he creeps him out.
Yeah.
Which, every once in a while, he gets one right.
Well.
Yeah, Mattis said that Trump wanted to assassinate Bashar al-Assad.
Yeah. Well, he said, that's what you do, and left the room. And, of course, Mattis said, we ain't going to do that. So how much power does he have? You know what I mean? You got all these people around him ain't going to do what he says, hiding stuff from him.
Like a 5th or 6th grader.
That's what Mattis said it was, yeah, 5th, 6th. I have to explain to him. He had to tell him, why do we have people in South Korea? I don't understand it. Well, sir, that's to prevent from World War III from happening. What's World War III? What's that?
Why, Daddy? Why? Why? Well, it's like if your kid was a huge asshole, which is true in a lot of folks' cases out there. Sorry. I hate to be the one to break it to y'all, but...
Yeah.
Kelly called him an idiot, worst job he ever had. Jeff Sessions. Now listen. We told y'all from day one that Donald Trump did not care about the South.
Oh, he's laughing at y'all as soon as he goes backstage at every one of them rallies. Did you see them idiots? Do you see him cheer this time? He'll.
I just want you to know. I know some of y'all don't like Jeff Sessions because you think Jeff Sessions should be working harder to protect President Donald Trump.
Yeah, doing his job. Yeah.
And I know you think it's funny, maybe. Like sometimes when we'd watch Hee Haw or people doing extreme caricatures of real-life Southern people, a humorous burlesque. I don't mind that because we're poking fun at ourselves.
Well, yeah.
So maybe you think it's funny when Donald Trump makes fun of Jeff Sessions and calls him mentally retarded and a dumb Southerner and no better than what do you say, one-person country lawyer down in Alabama.
Yep.
And you think that's funny. I just want to tell you, if this hasn't occurred to you yet, because it might not have, but I think it probably hasn't to a lot of Trump supporters, if you're still listening to this. You think it's funny when he says that about Jeff Sessions, but if this hasn't crossed your mind, he is also saying that about you!
Yep.
That's what he thinks about you!
Yep.
You go to the thing, the room, the big auditorium, and you're sitting there and he lets you yell racist things. I'm sure that's fun for you. But as soon as he gets back on that plane, he's like, oh, all those stupid fucking hicks.
Watch your mouth, but that's probably what he says, yeah. Yeah.
He's talking about you. When he says that about Jeff Sessions, which is true, but when he says that about Jeff Sessions, all true, every once in a while,
yeah,
he's also means you. He's saying that to you. Now, maybe you're listening to this and you like Donald Trump and you're racist. Maybe you like Donald Trump because you just like how he tough talks and is mean to everybody and just shaking up Washington. Maybe you like the fact that it seems like this country's on the verge of a collapse. Maybe you just want to watch the world burn. The way you burn your trash every Saturday night. Maybe, but we're not going to change that about you. I can't make you unracist. As much as I would love to do that. All I can hope for is to make you hate Donald Trump a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Because I think that would hurt the cause of racists. Like, you can go back and be racist in your stupid town, But when Donald Trump goes down, we're all going to celebrate that. White people are going to celebrate that as a small victory over racism.
Sure.
I don't think people who aren't white are going to see it like that, but it's still going to be a good day.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe this is a good time for you to just peel away and say, you know what, Donald Trump hates me. He used me. He conned me. He lied to me. Whatever's about to happen, I'm just going to step aside. I'm going to stop going to his rallies. I'm just going to step aside and let it happen. It seems like it's happening already. Slowly, but
it's getting worse.
Something
it's
is
snowballing now. This, you know.
So stop liking him for your own sake. I mean, it helps us.
It would help you to not like him, really. If you can try to not like him, you may enjoy this with us. You may come on over here, and, you know, if you got to go through it, which you have to, and we all do, and it's sad that it's coming, so why not enjoy it?
You got a Yankee brother-in-law, you got a Yankee boss, you got some sort of Yankee family member, somebody goes to church with you, kicks your seat, some asshole foreman down at the plant, take this job and shove it. Just pretend that they are this asshole president you love.
Which, let me say, all those people are still better than Donald Trump is. But go on, Will.
And you can save yourself a little humiliation because you can say, oh, I stopped liking him a long time ago. And it's going to help. And then you can go be privately racist while the rest of America is saying it's no longer okay to be racist. And then people who aren't white will be like, that's bullshit. But these are best case scenarios we're painting. After that, I don't know. We just got to get rid of him. We get rid of him. I don't know all the water's going to fill in the space, and I don't know how it's
Who knows what's going to happen? We just know without him, it will be better. Without him in the White House, even if it's terrible, even if the money, if he's not in there, this country is on better ground.
Look, we've elected a lot of racists before. We've elected a lot of terrible people. We've elected a lot of we've never elected anybody that's dumb.
You know. People talk about George W. Bush, and, you know, he messed some words up and said a few, you know.
Had a hard time getting out of doors.
Sure. And, you know, everybody can have a little bit of fun with that. But that don't even, he seems like a damn Rhodes Scholar.
If he talked to Mueller, he would not be arrestable within 30 seconds. I'd give him at least 5 minutes.
Yeah. I'd give him
before they were hauling him off.
Yeah.
Dumb. Okay, you take your pick. Do you not like him because he's a Yankee who hates Southerners? That's a good reason. What about because he's dumb as fuck?
Hey, don't say it that way.
Hey, do you hate him because he just is corrupt and brings his kids into the office? That's him running things, taking all the money he can, trying to make all the money he can from his ego. What about that? What about just lacks of mental capacity? There's so many reasons. Am I forgetting anything?
No, you know, I'm sure there's more, but you hitting it on the head.
You can find one. Maybe you don't like him because he's racist. Well, you could even say that. If you said that, like at work, people would be like, oh,
if you have 1 ounce of respect for women.
What about that? People might say, I misjudged that character. You don't even have to believe it, but maybe if you say it long, I don't like what he said about women and their things. Maybe you'll start to believe it yourself. Maybe through hating Donald Trump and through throwing his ass into the Potomac River, not literally.
Well, you could, but yeah, well, that's not the
Why
plan.
ruin a river?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Maybe we can all become better. Maybe if we all pretend to hate him, even if we don't, some of that will rub off on us. The things that we hate about him, the worst of America that we put into this office, the worst of America. Worst in all the ways.
There's not a box that ain't checked as far as worst ways. Because it's just remarkable. It really is.
Undeserving, rich kid, pampered, babied, everything handed to him, Yankee, never had to work for anything, winds up on TV, winds up in the White House. Racist. Not just racist, Stokes makes America more racist.
Yeah.
Look, we don't have to go through this every time. He called Rudy Giuliani a baby.
Well, yeah.
Said he filled his diaper. What did he say? Took his diaper off.
You got your diaper changed on TV.
Let me ask you, was this after the Access Hollywood tape? Is that what they're talking about?
I think
is that true?
Yeah.
If that's true, they send Giuliani, America's mayor, out to defend just the biggest asshole. Just terrible, terrible. And then he comes on the plane and Trump's like, "Oh, they took your diaper off and showed everybody all the shit in it or whatever." Giuliani says that's not true.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. I tried to listen to what he was saying, but it didn't really.
He got witnesses that can corroborate, then he doesn't have them. There's 8 of them, maybe 2 or 3. Yeah, it don't. He's the only one that can go on. I can see out of this bunch that doesn't, where I don't, my blood pressure don't go up. Everybody else, I get mad. I see, or anybody in Congress, like Mitch McConnell, any of these people not doing anything and carrying his water. Lindsey Graham, used to have respect for Lindsey Graham. Used to think he was a decent man. That's gone.
As soon as John McCain died, he was like, I don't have to pretend anymore.
Yep.
I can just be the awful person I always was.
Yep.
I was trying to prove something to him, but, oh, God, I feel so free.
Yeah. Awful, terrible, terrible human.
It's like, now that Mama died, I can watch porn on the TV instead of back in my room.
Oh, yeah.
So great job, Lindsey. Good job, Jeff. That's what Trump said to Jeff Sessions, because he said 2 easy midterm elections in doubt because Jeff Sessions.
And they got evidence, all kinds of evidence on these 2, excuse my language, dumbasses that were spending money and insider trading and all this stuff. They just don't go willy-nilly trying to get somebody. And when they do, nothing comes of it. But these both these guys got arrested. And little old Jeff Sessions is supposed to protect the president and everybody. What he's mad about is he knows they may lose the seats, and he just don't. As bad as his life is now, it's going to get a lot worse if all these people from the Democrat side get elected come midterms. He thinks it's bad now with Mueller after him and whatever else, New York after him, and then he got porn star after him and this stuff. As soon as if that happens, if the Democrats come in, it's going to be investigation after investigation. I mean, it'll never stop. They'll still be investigating this presidency long after I'm dead.
It'll be like the Clintons, Hillary, emails, Whitewater, Monica Lewinsky, Ken Starr, the damn servers, damn, all of it. The last 30 years will seem like nothing. The last 30 years will seem like damn episodes of what's a TV show that doesn't come on much?
What?
It's a TV show that doesn't come on much.
What do you mean, doesn't come on much?
I don't know, something like they make one every few years or something.
What do you mean make one every few years?
They ever make a TV show just like every few years it comes on?
Every few years?
What's that one about the kids that grow up in the school like 7 and now they're 14, now they're 58?
I don't know what that is. I don't know
okay, what about Bob Hope specials? They don't make many of them. I mean, not now.
Now, no, they don't. But back then it seemed like they made too many.
How many football teams can you introduce? You know what I'm trying to say?
Well, yeah.
There's a show that doesn't, I can't think. This would be a good thing we could edit out if we ever did that. Maybe somebody will come up with something. Maybe we trust our listeners more than other shows. Hey, you got anything else you want to talk about? Colin Kaepernick?
Oh, that's Nike shoes. A bunch of people setting the shoes on fire. That's smart.
Big and Rich, John Rich.
Oh, hell.
Sound man cut the...
There's a Southerner that I get embarrassed by when he represents the South, cutting it. No Southern man cuts his socks up. Who does that? Throw them away. I'm going to cut them up.
Just Hobby Lobby?
Well, tear your shoes up, that's fine. But see, this thing here, let me tell you, this big company like what this, it's shoes, right, and shirts and everything else what Nike make. When they make a decision like this to use him for the, they had a lot of people were crunching numbers on this. A lot of people were like, well, let's look at this. I mean, this was studied and figured out before. They just didn't do this willy-nilly, and they definitely didn't do it to be, on the right side of moral or whatever like that. Maybe a little bit. But for the most part, they're about money, which it should be. It's a capitalist society, and they're a huge company. But they determined a bunch of old rednecks burning up their shoes was well worth it in the long run. So hopefully that says something about the country. We'll see.
Do you think New York Times has turned the anonymous op-ed writer over to Trump yet?
Nope.
Brett Kavanaugh, you want to talk about the Supreme Court nominee, Brett Kavanaugh?
All I'm going to say is they're rushing that through before they know, and it's falling down. And again, you have to remember, Mitch McConnell, Ollie, Grassley, all of them go down the list. They all knew what was going on in the White House. They know. They keep a nose to grave. They're hearing stuff, so they know how bad it is. And they know it's getting worse and worse and worse, and they're going to get him in there.
That's all they need.
Right. And I suspect once they get him in there, we'll see more of them stand up to Trump. That's my suspicion.
They get him in there, and then it's damn, especially if the midterms look bad for them, then all they needed was to get him in there. If there's still a chance for them to win some midterms.
Well, some people say that ain't going to help. And some people said getting him in there is going to make more people come out and vote Democratic, too. So I don't know who benefits from that.
They say everything in the world that happens, I hear, is going to make Democrats come out. It's going to make Republicans come out.
Yep. We'll see who comes out.
People in this country like to sit their asses at home.
That's what's going to make me mad. If the Republicans hold it, sure, I'll be mad maybe because of Trump. If Democrats come close, regardless. If let's say Republicans, it is going to be this red wave as people claim. It ain't, but they're claiming it's going to be. If the numbers, and again, if Russia didn't hack our voting machines and any of that stuff, we have to keep that in mind. But if it was just people going to vote, I'd be like, okay, so be it. If the numbers for voting was way high and everybody come vote, I'm like, well, that's what, I don't like this, but I guess this is the truth. But we get 10% of people. 30% of people voted in the last damn presidential election. If it's that again, then there ain't no damn hope for this country. I'm going to tell you right now.
I'll give Trump the credit for this. In a country where people like to sit their asses at home, he can get people to drive out to an auditorium.
Yep.
I mean, we can't get people to go to malls anymore. But he can get people to drive downtown. So
see a show, yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know why. People like that. Some people like that. Hopefully fewer and fewer people like that. I mean, you don't get a lot. If you're out in the middle of nowhere and somebody like, well, that's for me. A lot of these people don't get that. That's why, like, who's coming to town? Big and rich. I'm out. Where? Let's go.
Yeah.
I mean, you just a fog hat? Where? The president? That's for me. That's a show for me. It's like Branson is coming to you. Entertainment for you.
It's like, how many places you get to go and scream out racist things. There's not many places. You can't do that in the mall.
You can't do that at work.
Nope.
You can't do that at a coffee shop. There's lots of places. Let me also say, there's lots of places where people think you can do that.
And they're finding out every day that they can't, but,
Because they don't know that it's not okay to be racist because they only watch Fox News and the president.
Yep. That's all they know in the world. But they do know they can go there and scream whatever they want and be encouraged to do so. Be around a bunch of other people who do the same.
The president gets away with it.
Yep.
And also, there was a time in this country when it was a big deal to go see the president. You want to go see the president? Yeah, I guess I better do that.
Felt obligated, yeah.
Like you got to watch remember it used to be like when the Wizard of Oz come on. You'd be like, I guess I got to watch it. It was a big deal.
Yeah. Gone
back
with the
in
Wind.
the day.
Gone with the Wind. There's another one.
Yeah, when Gone with the Wind comes on. Well, it's close. Yeah, similar. Okay, I get it now.
That movies ain't TV shows because they come on once a year, or used to. But you're talking about a TV show where they just do some of it every so often.
Now, every few years, they got a new season of damn old.
How often did they put out Columbo movies?
Oh, that's good. I don't know. Wasn't that part of a mystery wheel?
I remember they used to be 2-hour-long Columbo movies. And it took Rockford off the air, and then Rockford come back for 2-hour-long movies every so often. But I don't know if that counts, because they, at one time or another, they're on a bunch.
Columbo wouldn't even do that little. We talked about this too. Was Columbo was an act, right? Like when he was at home, he didn't act.
Well,
like
we
Columbo.
thought we were speculating on that. That's what we thought was, yeah, that was just to, fool people, think he's dumb.
Did we say that if Columbo was talking to Trump, he'd just drop the act and be like, he wouldn't even be worth it?
Why would you go through all that? I mean, there's some energy doing what people
wear that coat all the time.
Yeah, cigar, the whole
Hot.
bit. Yeah. Why would you waste that much energy for no reason?
Yeah. No, he wouldn't do that.
No.
Columbo would hate Trump.
Of course he would. Can you think of any characters on TV shows that would like him? Maybe Frank Burns, MASH.
Oh, yeah, Frank Burns.
He'd
Maybe.
Like him. Maybe, till Trump started making fun of him just as much as Hawkeye and the rest of them.
Winchester would not like him.
Winchester too smart for that mess. No, he would no.
No, Columbo would try to hit him. Come on, pardon me, sir. And then 30 seconds later, he's taking off his coat. Let me at this motherfucker.
Hey,
fuck you, pal.
He wouldn't say that. If
That's
anybody
what
could
be
make
like.
Columbo say stuff like that, I don't think anybody could. But it'd be, that's who it'd be.
What was Columbo's first name?
I don't know.
Or was that his first name?
I just always knew it was Columbo. I didn't know what the name is.
Lieutenant Columbo Smith.
No,
You don't think?
I don't think. I think Lieutenant Columbo, Detective Columbo, I think is what they called him. But I don't remember his other names. If it had one.
I'm Richard Columbo. Pardon me, sir. I'm Richard Columbo. I'm here. I forgot my phone. Is that all he'd do now if they made a new Columbo? He'd just forget his phone all the time?
If he had a little phone like that, he'd lose. Yeah, what did he lose on the show all the time? He'd lose
my pocket watch.
his keys.
Where's my sandwich?
Yeah.
If Columbo come in the room and left his phone and then left it recording,
Oh yeah.
can he do that? Is that illegal?
If he did it by mistake.
Is that how Bob Woodward does his interviews?
No, Bob Woodward knows how to do it like all legal like. He ain't gonna do it that way.
Oh, I forgot I'm Bob Woodward. I left my phone in here. Oh, and it accidentally was recording. Is that true? You can accidentally leave a tape recorder on and it's legal?
If you gave me one of them phones, I could turn it. I wouldn't know how to turn it on and off, and I could turn it on by accident and leave it somewhere. Sure, but I don't know about legal.
Carl Bernstein, sloppy Carl Bernstein looks more like the Columbo type.
Oh yeah. He'd be good if they started doing them again. He'd be put him in one of them coats. I mean, I guess he's doing okay on CNN, but I'd watch Detective Bernstein.
How did Bob Woodward become the classy one? How did that?
Look at him.
How did they go down their separate paths?
One's Robert Redford and the other one's Rain Man. Why you think it went down separate paths? You got eyes, don't you? Hey everybody, this Jackie Bro.
Folks, people, it's Dunlap. It's part of the show. First part, second part, I don't know.
It will go back and forth sometimes.
We're talking about local sponsors from here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Yeah, we got a Patterns on
That's it.
page, and we appreciate all of our Patterns ons, and thank you kindly for sending us any little bit that you can. If you send $5 more, you get an extra 20 minutes besides what you hear here. And then there's also Redneck Matinee. That's another podcast that we talk on, where we talk about old movies that mean a lot from us, from our southern upbringing and heritage. And heritage, I don't like to say that.
Why?
Well, people take that the wrong way. Heritage. Remember, people say heritage, not hate, but they still want to put hateful things up.
Why would you say it?
I didn't mean it that way. I just, we used to say heritage, and I guess we meant the same thing, but we didn't realize that we did.
You trying to get people to listen to our other podcasts, and you're doing clan talk?
I'm not doing clan talk. I stopped in the middle of it and said that I'm not.
People think you can get away with anything.
Oh, shut your
Trump in the White
mouth.
House.
Shut your damn mouth. You know damn well I didn't mean it that way. So we were from the South, and we watched movies that didn't have Klan members in it. We not sitting around watching Ku Klux Klan movies, which I don't know. Are there any of those? I don't even know about any of it.
I'm sure some idiots tried to. Well, I mean, there's Birth of a Nation, which is studied in film schools, and then probably some racists from Oklahoma tried to make something.
Some of the movies we watch are a little racist, but that's usually because they're from the 70s, and in the South, but not the whole. That's not what the movies are about necessarily. Anyway, if you want to hear us talk about that, go over this other.
Good job.
No, I didn't mean that.
You know what? The downloads, I just pulled it up. They're going like Jerry Lewis Telethon.
All right. We appreciate everybody on the Patriot on.
The opposite, down.
Hey,
people are giving us their downloads back.
Well, thank you, kind of, but to keep the lights on, we also got to have sponsors. And keep the computers rolling and the microphones working and all these cords zigzagging all over the place. We appreciate the pages on, but we also have local sponsors, and I got a good sponsor because he's a sponsor, so, I know this fella, Greg McKee. You know Greg McKee? Greg McKee. Do you know Greg McKee?
From McKee's?
What do you mean from McKee's?
Did they used to run McKee's patio furniture?
His daddy might have. I don't know. Greg McKee. Greg McKee every year, well, used to not necessarily be around this time, but usually every time we get close to October, always sets up one of these places where you go in and get all your Halloween needs. And that's what he's doing this year with Halloween bandage.
Halloween bandage?
Bandits. Not bandage, bandits. Halloween bandits.
Like it's a Halloween store.
It's a steel bargain or whatever. I guess that's what it's supposed to mean. I don't know.
Oh, like one of those places where you go, they take over some like a sporting goods store.
They're just around for are supposed to be just around for October is what I think. But, to each his own. And
well, what is this your sponsor? Because you sound like you're mad at them.
Well, I just don't think there's no reason for Halloween bandits to be open now. I just it's too soon as far as I'm concerned. Now I'd leave it to him how to ever.
Oh well, they start.
Greg wants to run his business. He's welcome to do it. But
Halloween stuff out in the stores. But.
Well, I know that, but does that mean everybody's got to do it? Just because somebody does it? I guess so. Because everybody just gets sooner and sooner and sooner every damn year. Halloween's fine in October. How long does it take someone to figure out what they're going to put on for Halloween or do whatever they're going to do? Do you need 2 damn months to do that? I can go in a place and get a mask 30 minutes before midnight hits on Halloween, and I'll be fine.
Get some Milk Duds and a little carton.
Get you some candy. That don't take 2 months worth of time to get candy, a pumpkin, and an outfit. You can do that definitely within a month. October, that's when it should start. It's at the end of October. You got a whole damn month. That's plenty of time.
What if you like try on different costumes?
For a whole month till you decide which one you want?
Well, a lot of people are bored.
Well, find something else to do because Halloween don't start till October. This September. September just damn started. Again, Greg, no offense if you listen. You run your business however you want, but I think you would make just as much money and not irritate as many people like myself if you just open up in October. Because how many people going to come in there? You got a whole other month of work. Like if we open up, we'll make twice as much money. The same people are going to be buying the damn outfits, and you're going to make the same amount of money in a less amount of time. So if you want to put in the hours, that's fine. That's up to you. You do however you want to. But Halloween's in October.
Did you tell him this when he give you the money?
Well, I didn't go into, as much detail. Yeah, well, whatever.
Okay. I know you. You sit on this and you let it stew inside you.
Just wait. I think anybody, if they think about it, it's going to stew a little bit. Like, why the hell are you going to open up Halloween Bandits in the beginning of September? But again, to each his own. That's his business. That's what he does. He'll have all sorts of costumes, pumpkins, all that mess that you need.
Is it bandage like a mummy? Is that what it's called?
Bandage. Smokey and the bandage. Not bandage.
That doesn't make any sense either. Why would he call it Halloween bandage?
I guess because it's like a steal. You get a bargain of steal. Come at Halloween bandage.
Halloween bargains.
You go ask him. Change your name to Halloween Bargains and open in October, and that'd be, I think you're probably right. It would be better as long as you open up at the beginning of October.
Listen, you're one of these people, though, and I've seen this happen. I will not argue with you that holiday seasons start earlier and earlier.
Every damn year. Halloween gets longer and longer.
I'll grant you that. But I have heard you bitch about this. How early this stuff starts creeping into stores forever. So I think if he opened up Hollywood, what's it called? Hollywood Bandages?
Halloween Bandits.
I think if he opened up Halloween Bandits, what? I guess a bandit is a character, kind of like you could dress up like a bandit.
Sure. A cowboy, whatever you want to dress up. Mummy, Wolfman, all of it. I'm sure. But still, you don't need 2 damn months to figure out whether I want to be cowboy or wolfman. That ain't going to take one night. Put on a cowboy outfit. How does it look? It looks all right. Put on wolfman. Which one looks better? Wolfman. How long did that take right there?
What if I want to be sexy Jason, and then later I want to be sexy Freddy Cougar?
Why?
And then maybe I need the time.
No. Nobody needs that much time to figure out what monster they want to be, or cowboy, or whatever the hell it is. 2 damn months, it's not necessary.
But here's what I'm saying, Jackie. If he opened up Hollywood Bandages the day before Halloween, you would still be upset. You'd be, why do you need 2 days? Is what you'd say.
No. I'd say that's plenty enough time. Get down there quick. You only got 2 days. Doesn't make as much sense. October, the month of October, that's fine. And I'll be the first one to admit Halloween ain't necessarily a holiday I think is great. It's fine. Little kids like it, and that's okay. Depends on what church you go to, whether they like it. But still, if that's what they want. It's not like I hate Halloween, but I'm sick of it. Before, a whole month before, and then another whole month, and then it's coming. And I had enough Halloween already, and it's September. People got their pumpkins out in the window and all that, just save it for Halloween.
It's still hot. It don't get cool till
a month is too long for me because it's at the end of the month. I'd say about in the middle of October is when you start putting everything out there. That'd be enough time for me anyway.
But now let's go through this.
I'll give you a month. If you want a whole month, that makes sense. Christmas, December comes along, let's get ready. Christmas is different. Christmas is a better holiday as far as I'm concerned because,
Christmas starts November 1st.
Jesus' birthday. Well, it can, but it's really, Thanksgiving's over. You get a little extra time there at the end, just a little bit, to get ready for Christmas.
Everything starts 2 months ahead of time now.
Well, there's no reason for it. I love Christmas, love it to death. I don't need too much of it. I need 1 month. I don't even want a whole month of Halloween, but I'll take it.
let me count it down for you. July to Labor Day is back to school.
Yeah.
End of back to school is Halloween. Yeah. End of Halloween is Christmas with a few turkeys.
Well, it don't need to be that way.
After Christmas is Valentine's Day. After Valentine's Day is Easter. After Easter...
I know what the damn holidays are. You ain't got to go through all of it. I'm just saying you don't need 2 months of each one.
But I'm saying that's how it is.
Well, it don't need to be that way.
Like from Valentine's Day until Easter is Easter. From Easter until the 4th of July, it's 4th of July.
Well, somebody needs to do something about that because it's too much.
From 4th of July to Labor Day is back to school.
You're sick of Easter by the time it comes around. You've been doing Easter for a month beforehand. Just do Easter.
What are you doing that extra month, the fallow month?
Take a break from the holiday. Why not? Why do you got to have a damn holiday all the time?
Money, man.
It ain't about
money.
money.
The name of the game.
People are still going to buy all that Easter mess and all that little duck stuff, whatever, all little egg, whatever, baskets, which is silly enough as it is. But you're going to have plenty. People ain't going to buy more of it just because you had another month. That means they can take your time. Lollygag around. Oh, I'll get my Easter stuff. I'll get with it. Well, go get it right before Easter. Don't sit around and I can get it whenever I want. That's what you're telling people. If you said Easter starts, the week of Easter or the beginning, I'll give you the month. You can have a damn month if you want. That's when the Easter stuff goes on sale.
Do you think they're counting on people being so stressed out that they forget that they bought Halloween stuff in September, and then when October rolls around, they're like, shit, I got to get to the pumpkin store?
What? Go pumpkin store?
People forget that they have, they stash.
Well, something wrong with people. I don't know. You don't need that much.
So that's McKee's Patio Furniture.
No. Halloween Bandits. It's just open from now.
Where is it?
Too soon. It's over there by Fresh Linens Nursing Home. Well, it ain't by it. It's actually...
Oh, they took over Fresh Linens Nursing Home.
Yeah, I'd say by it, but it's actually in the nursing home. Now, there's certain hours probably shouldn't go, although he stays open. That's another thing. Stay open to midnight every night, they said. Well, why do you need that? I need that, all damn day for 2 damn months. You could be open from noon to 8 just in October, and that'd be plenty of time to go in there and get you Ninja Turtle, Star Wars, whatever the hell it is you want to put on your, youngin'.
You gonna give him a refund?
What do you mean give him a refund? He can run his business how he wants to, and obviously there's plenty of people who want to go now. So if you want to go now, if you just can't wait for Halloween, you want to have your little outfit a whole 2 months in advance, got nothing better to do, sit around, I can't wait for Halloween, just go on and get it. That's fine, because it's open. Go on down to Fresh Linens Nursing Home.
That's creepy. Midnight in an abandoned nursing home?
Well, it ain't abandoned. It still has some gas to patients or whatnot.
Oh, they ain't shut it down all the way yet?
Not all the way. No, there's still people there.
So there's still some elderly
There's a few.
residents.
It ain't full. There's room where you go get your costume, and then but there's still hospital beds and, at least a few nurses there still, yeah.
Oh, they just couldn't wait. Hey, you're right. If they'd waited till October, they probably could have cleared out the rest of them.
Well, I wouldn't say that out loud, but that's true. I guess you're right. But they got the nurses dressed up like a witch or Frankenstein or whatever like that, and the old person already looks, they don't need to.
Scary.
Yeah, so you don't need to dress him up. But either way, whatever you need, and I guess you need 2 months to get it, go down to Hollywood Bands there, located in Fresh Linens Nursing Home, and they'll set you up, get you ready 2 months in advance, or a month in advance.
Are you going to do this every week till Halloween?
I'm not planning on it. I just, that's just, I'm on this thing, and I'd give my opinion, and I'd give it about my sponsors too. I said where it is. If there's plenty of people out there who can't wait to go down there, 1st of September, all excited, like I said, so be it. He's still going to get the money either way, so They know where it is. That's where it is. Go get it.
Damn.
But you don't need to go down there until hell mid-October, I'd say. It'd be 2 damn days, boy. I could get ready the day before Halloween. And I've done it many a time. Oh, shit, Halloween, excuse my language. But, we had to whip in the, Walmart or whatever, run in there, get 2 bags of candy and a ghost face and, go home. 2 hours before the sun went down.
Everybody ain't as decisive as you. People have parties, Halloween parties.
You don't need 2 damn months.
Jeez.
To plan a party or any of that.
Wasn't that? What? Okay.
Let me have September. Just give me September. I just want September to be September. Why can't it just be September? October's Halloween.
So that's Fresh Linens Nursing Home. Get on down there and see your loved ones before it's too late. Fresh Linens Nursing Home.
Halloween Bandits, and that's what I didn't do. I didn't do no sponsor for nursing home. I did Halloween Bandits. It's located inside. It got a big sign that put up Halloween Bandits over the.
Do they have different entrances?
Maybe. I don't know. I thought they just were the one up front, but I don't know. I didn't go in there.
Man, I'd hate to be living in there and having to listen to them sensors go off on them things that go, ee-hee-hee-hee-hee. Somebody walking by.
Oh, yeah. Well, you wheeling you up and down the hall, and that stuff going off over and over again, yeah. Again, and imagine, it'd be bad enough just having 1 month of that. But you won't do it now, you're going to give those old people a whole damn 2 months of having to deal with hee-hee-hee and werewolf face and Dracula, all that. Don't need a whole damn 2 months of it. 1 is enough. Right, 1 is too much, I'd say. About a half October, mid-October. That's good. Ready to go. Get all the monsters out. 2 damn months.
I got a sponsor, Jackie, I think you're really going to like. We've had a lot of lawyers on this show over the years.
That's true, yeah.
We've had some Nashville lawyers.
Good Nashville lawyers.
Good Nashville,
best lawyer you can get up in Nashville, yeah.
We had Michael Aquinati.
I ain't heard from him in a while, but yeah, Michael Aquinati, he also is a proprietor of Ferns Plus, but does some lawyering on the side, and I think he got the potential for a great case against, I know Robert Mueller's too busy to listen to this, but if you want to talk to someone that knows connection about Russia and this administration, you need to be talking to Michael Aquinati.
He was a lawyer, though.
Huh?
He was a lawyer?
He is a lawyer, as far as I know. He ain't been disbarred, I don't think.
Because of the fern stuff
No, he does that too. He can't have a fern store? He can be a lawyer and do that.
Wasn't there a real old lawyer?
The oldest lawyer, I can't remember his name. He passed on, I think. But
was there a young lawyer after that?
Might have been. Might have been a middle-aged lawyer.
The middle-aged lawyer. Folks, what we're saying is that because Jackie gets screwed out of money a lot, we have to have a lot of lawyers on this show.
Ain't necessarily that. Other legal reasons, too. You've been in a jam more than enough time where you should have had a lawyer, you couldn't afford one. You had public defender, which you in there. Funnily enough,
that's how I met my 2 current lawyers and my sponsor for this week, the Briefcase Buddies.
What is it?
The Briefcase Buddies.
Buddy.
They are fantastic lawyers. They were in the drunk tank with me this weekend.
Nashville lawyers?
No, I wouldn't say they're Nashville lawyers.
I just wonder because you mentioned Nashville lawyers earlier. Are they from here?
I don't know where they're from.
Woodbury?
Well, I can't say.
Smyrna?
They only talk to me in characters, the Briefcase Buddies.
What characters?
They're lawyers, and they also are Blues Brothers impersonators.
Blues Brothers? What is?
So they do Blues Brothers, and they'll also do your law. If you need a law. Their lawyer showed up and got them out, and we were having a good time in there, so they said, get him out, too.
Blues Brothers with a dance around.
Yep.
The old Blues Brothers.
Yep.
Do people still like it? Thought that was over and done with a long time ago.
Well, I mean, it ain't the most popular thing, but people know it.
Well, yeah.
It's like Snoopy.
But who gonna, just because I know something, I know there's a Spider-Man, but that don't mean I'm gonna hire someone to dress up like Spider-Man and run around the house or whatever. Knowing it don't mean necessarily you want it.
Listen, Chick and Douglas, the briefcase buddies, told me that when a lot of times people walk by and go, "Oh yeah, I know what y'all supposed to be, twins."
Yeah.
Starring Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I remember that. That's good. Now that's something I'd want to see. If somebody dressed up like that, that makes sense. That's more recent than the other thing. Old.
And it's true because Chick is a little taller than Douglas.
Well, one has to be big, one little. That's how it has to be.
But they're like, no, we're the Blues Brothers. But they can't legally say the Blues Brothers, so they say the Briefcase Buddies.
Briefcase?
They have briefcases.
How is that like a...
They're lawyers.
But they dress like them. They wear
and they had briefcase full of blues, and they'd come out. Remember, he'd unlock the briefcase. And
it's been so long. That's so old. I don't even barely remember it.
Well, they get out there, they dance and jump around. They say when they start playing their tape and people hear that music, they go, okay, I'm going to give this a shot. And they're dancing around and playing harmonica. And everybody's like, I remember this now. What was it called? And they do the whole thing. And then at the end of it, they pass out their cards. If you ever need a lawyer, and we party hard, but we lawyer hard. We're the Briefcase Buddies. And then they're like, shake off the Katie. They got the karaoke thing going.
What is it?
Karaoke thing. It's kind of a small, what they want to do is get a whole band with like some horns. But do you know, have you ever tried to put together a band? It's hard.
No. I did a quartet, but that's just us singing. Everybody have to deal with You
can buy them gospel backing tracks at the
That's all you need, yeah. That's all you need, yeah. That's what they got except old Blue Brothers song.
Yeah, but see, they go to the Christian bookstores too, because there's Christian versions of all them old blues and R&B songs.
Wow.
Like She Caught the Katie, it's like She Caught the Spirit. But when you just playing it on your boombox to dance to, you can sing She Caught the Katie instead of She Caught the Spirit. Nobody's even going to know. But it's harder to find tapes like that in a Walmart. You got to go to Christian. A lot of times you go to Christian bookstores, you're like, oh, this is they really backwards ass engineered this in a weird way. It made it simpler and like more obscure.
I ain't got a fool none of that, so I don't know.
They're like, we'd love to have a horn section, but for now we just go on down to Christian bookstore and we pick up these tapes.
Well,
they got them all on there. So,
what's that got to do with the lawyering though? That's just that they just sing on the side. They sing and then people need a lawyer. That don't make any sense to me. But
Chick got somebody off on a murder charge.
Well, he's supposed to. If he's a lawyer, that's what he's supposed to do.
But then there was some sort of mistakes made, and they retried it.
Wow.
They said he tried to tell me Douglas is like there's double jeopardy, and then there's double jeopardy, but like if you fuck up bad enough,
watch your mouth. Don't
they
say
just
like
say
that.
Screw it. I mean,
I don't know first thing about it, but
I don't either. Honestly, I'm not sure. They said they barely pass, and when they say pass, they wink at me. So I don't know if they're trying to pull something over. I mean, their lawyers seem pretty good, so I know they got money to pay for him, and I'm figuring that comes from lawyering because they sure ain't making it doing the Blues Brothers.
Yeah, I don't know who'd pay him to do that. That's old. Nobody likes that anymore.
But folks,
I didn't like it when they was around. It's just silly to me.
You didn't see Briefcase Buddies 2000?
What is it?
That's what year 2000. Briefcase Buddies did a Y2K themed. They took it to schools to tell people get their computers ready. You didn't see that?
I wasn't in school. No, I don't know anything about it.
But sometimes you drive by school and you see the sign. It's like report cards Thursday.
No, I don't read
Briefcase
right around
Buddies
looking
2000.
at what's on the damn school sign. I know.
Well, I just thought you might have heard of it.
Nope.
Just in your travels around town.
Never heard of it.
Well,
good for them. Good on them if they help children somehow acting that way. I don't know how you would, but no children going to know what the hell it is.
They tell kids stay out of jail, or if they go to jail, give them a call.
Well, stay out of jail should be enough, hopefully.
But because they party and they do drugs, they say they have a real good connection with a lot of their clients.
Well, Briefcase Buddies, all right.
Briefcase Buddies.
Right.
They do Blues Brothers and they do some lawyering. And they're going to be at the, I guess this is a big
How many
announcement.
people need both of those things? You going to take one or the other. Ain't nobody. What I need is a lawyer, and I also need Blue Brothers.
Why's it got to be for the same person?
I don't know. I'm just wondering. I don't think it would be. I don't know who would need both of that.
They realize they...
Maybe you just need a lawyer, and they come over,
They serve two crowds.
and then you see that you also do that. My brother, he's real old and likes old things, and y'all go over to there for your birthday or something, I guess.
Spent 3 hours before we recorded this talking about Grandpa Jones, but the Blues Brothers are too old for you.
Grandpa Jones is good and was around for a long time. But Blue Brother was just something happening in the 80s or something. I don't remember. And it's silly to me.
They were asking me about joining them.
Joining them? You ain't a lawyer.
No, the dancing part.
There wasn't but two of them, was there?
Well, it gets a little weird after John Belushi died.
Well,
pretty much if there was a fat person with a pair of sunglasses and Dan Aykroyd's circle, they were a Blues Brothers for a time.
Yeah.
So,
good
kind
for
of the
them,
same
I guess.
thing with the Briefcase Buddies.
Well, I guess fat people need something to do, too.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
And I guess I can announce this now, Jackie, that they're going to be performing. They're the first announced act at the Murfreesboro City Fair.
What?
Murfreesboro City Fair coming up later this month of Halloween.
Why does anybody want that at the fair?
Somebody give them money. I don't know who's running it now. Who's mayor?
Somebody
here?
old that likes old things.
Well, whoever I got to do some research because I'm really blanking on a lot of facts. I don't remember who's mayor here now.
Yeah.
Got to look that up. I'm sure it's in the paper.
Well, just your life gets complicated, whatnot. It's hard to keep up. I can barely keep up what's going on in Washington, let alone what's happening around here. So,
I'd rather keep up with Murfreesboro.
Well, I guess I would too. Come think of it.
I mean, at least here, we're going to have a fair.
Well, we have one of those all the time. It happens every year.
Cookie throating, owl boxing, and frog holding.
Oh yeah, big three. Yeah, famous around
Back
here.
again.
Yeah.
That's what this country needs right now, and especially Murfreesboro.
Yeah,
and some briefcase buddying. So that's going to be.
I think you get the other music besides that, but whatever.
Owl boxing. What's the
cookie throating, frog
holding, and briefcase buddying.
Well, I can do without one of those, but
and also when you say that their audiences don't mix, like the briefcase buddies and the lawyer and the briefcase buddy and dancing, singing, you're wrong. Because a lot of middle-aged people get drunk and rowdy and get arrested when they hear those sweet, sweet Christian backing tapes.
What?
Funky.
What?
They strip a lot of the funk out of it. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
So that's Murfreesboro City Fair coming up, folks. First act announced. That's Briefcase Buddies, my friends, my lawyers. And soon, maybe, my comrades and Briefcase Buddying, the Briefcase Buddies. You're going to really want to come on down and enjoy them. We got more acts to be announced soon. I think this is going to be one of the best Murfreesboro City Fairs we ever had, Jackie, because nothing horrible is happening. Nobody's mad at each other. There's no fights. As far as I know, there's no demons or there's no sort of possessed animals. There's nothing. I think I'm supposed to be slightly satanic, but I need to go back and look that up.
Right.
It might be in the paper as well. But other than that, I think everything is A-OK.
Well, I just hope I have, other acts besides that old stuff, something everybody enjoys.
Well, like what?
I don't know, bluegrass music or something.
What? That's the oldest music there is.
It's still good, isn't it?
And what if it's a hippie bluegrass?
Well, can't have everything, I don't guess. say goodbye, friend. Saying bye-bye always brings us down. But our bags are packed and we have to leave town. Postcard to you we will send if a stamp to us you'll lend, so we can write and say goodbye, 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 goodbye. What do you think's going to happen in the White House tomorrow?
Well, Trump's real mad, so that's funny.
Well, that is funny, at least knowing that. You know, something else funny, Jeff Sessions don't nobody like him any which way he looks. Don't like him. Trump don't like him. None of those people like him. It used to be, you know, Lindsey Graham and a few people liked him. But
now Lindsey Graham don't
like him. Don't nobody. I'm telling you right now, nobody likes Jeff Sessions. He was planning on going home, moving back home when all is said and done, retiring and kicking his feet up, and they're gonna cuss him wherever he goes. There's no place he can go now.
What a collection of just horrible people liked by no one.
Yeah, well, they're gonna get what the you know,
like nowhere
what's coming to them.
Nowhere they can't go anywhere.
Don't nobody like you but other awful people that you don't want to spend any time with.
Right, and they don't like those people.
No, they don't.
Trump could move to you know.
Well, he ain't gonna. Hopefully, he'll be locked up in jail from what it looks like he did.
Trump could move to an abandoned mill town, but he doesn't want to do that.
No, he ain't gonna go back to New York. That ain't gonna be like it was for him years ago, where he go, my favorite restaurant. Let's go a movie premiere. Like, ain't none of those places gonna have him. New York in general ain't gonna have him. He may not be able to go back in New York because they'll lock him up there.
Where can he go?
I don't give a damn where he goes. As long as it ain't in the White House, I don't give a damn.
Be like in one of them planes that just flies around and another plane comes to refuel it. He'll just have to live in his plane.
Maybe if you gave him someplace in Mississippi where he didn't have to be around anybody, and there's one stadium he can go talk in once a week. But people get bored with that, I guarantee you, after a while.
Awful people have to live somewhere. The Nazis live somewhere. Richard Spencer lives somewhere. All these people live somewhere. Yeah. Fucking, what's his name?
Hey, watch him out.
Texas, the conspiracy guy that Marco Rubio threatened to punch. Sort of.
Oh, yeah. Jones.
Alex Jones lives somewhere.
Yeah.
All these terrible people live somewhere.
Right.
So there's somewhere he can live.
I don't know. Yeah, he ain't gonna be able to go outside.
He doesn't want to go outside.
Well, that's true. He likes to golf.
How often do you see him just outside?
When he
does like to golf.
And golfing,
but that's like fake Disneyland outside.
Well, yeah, it's not real outdoors. He ain't out in the woods or anything like that. No, he don't. No first day going to the lake. Hell no, I ain't getting in there. It stinks. I ain't going anywhere near that. Yeah.
Do you think he's ever seen a lake?
He probably seen the ocean one time or another. Didn't think much of it. Went back inside.
Yeah, he's an inside person.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
That's where Fox TV is.
Pretty much, yeah. Wherever television sets at it, yeah, and he can listen, yeah.
He needs a phone to call gossip columnists.
Yeah.
And a tweeter.
Tweets on it, Twitter, yeah, all that, yeah.